Yeah, hello guys. Welcome back to Christopher's channel. Today we are going to go over the storyline session. Right. Yeah. Okay. So when we talk of a storyline, what does it mean? Right. So storyline, it simply means the market telling you what it wants to do. Right. It's more like you completing what the story that the market is portraying to you. You being able to understand and interpret what it wants to do or what the price action is telling you. Right. So basically that's what storyline means in this trading. Right. Okay. So I'll give you guys some notes to write as well. So you can pick your pen and paper whilst you listen and watch. Okay. So there are two criteria to confirm a storyline. We have two ways to confirm a storyline, right? Which include, excluding the timing. We have two criteria or ways to confirm a storyline. First, we use the candlestick rejection on correct time frame. So the first sign of potential stop loss of previous storyline, right? But aside that, when we talk of the SNR, it's very important when it comes to marking your storyline, right? So with the SNR, we use the closing prices of the higher time frame candles. I get it to draw our SNR levels, which is the same as using the rejection blocks as we do in the algo concepts, right? Okay, so the correct time frame breaks out as a result of the rejection. New storyline begins the next day or the week or the month. So what I simply mean is to have for a storyline to begin, we first need a zone, right? So you first need, let's say, SNR zone. Okay, so if we have our SNR zone mark, the next thing to look out for is the time frame, right? The time frame zone. So if it's weekly time frame, then if it's a weekly time frame zone, then we want to see price coming and mitigating this weekly time frame. And after price mitigating this weekly time frame, we want to see it reject, not to close with a body below that weekly zone. We want price to do close with the rejection. It should show some sign of depletion or rejecting that zone. I get it. So let's say we have this weekly zone over here. We have price coming all the way, price tap into this weekly zone. We want to see price rejecting it and closing above. I get it. Closing with a wick, something like this. You can see after price came to mitigate this weekly point of interest. You can see how price close. It's close with a rejection. Okay. Okay, that's the first thing to do. So any time frame zone that price mitigates, we want to see a rejection of that time frame zone. That's the first thing. And the second thing is we want to see on the lower one time frame lower, right? We want to see a break of market structure, right? So let's say we have this mitigation of the weekly time frame and price close, let's say somewhere here, right? On the weekly HLC level, if it's bearish, we'll see price did something like this, right? So this is the close. This is how the weekly or the bearish candles, they open and close, right? So they open and close this way. I get it. So them closing is what gives out the rejection. I get it. The closing is what gives us the rejection, right? Okay. So we want to see what price rejecting the zone, and on the daily time frame, which is one time frame lower, the mitigation zone or time frame, we want to see a break of structure. I get it. I want to see what a break of structure. So if there's a weekly bullish zone, then we want to see what a break of structure on the daily time frame. We want to see what a bullish break of structure on the daily time frame. Then we can confirm that we have a new trading range that's about to begin. Or we can say a new trading range has begun. Right. Okay. Right. So let me quickly give you an example. Right. So over here you can see that let's go to the weekly time frame. Okay. So on this weekly time frame, let's say we have this zone over here, right? As we have this SNR zone over here. Okay, you can see that if the price came to mitigate this, we have price closing with this body over here. So we really don't know that price wants to push down or push high, right? That's why we still need what? More confirmation. So you can see when this bullish candle opened, it rejected the zone, then it break this structure over here, right? The reason why I mark these bodies as a break of structure is understand the OHLC, and if on the weekly time frame you see that, then you have to know that on the daily time frame, that's what a bullish break of structure. You can see this is a daily time frame, right? And on the daily time frame, you can see the break of structure that I mark from from the weekly time frame. Okay, let me go over again. All right. So what I'm saying is, if we have our weekly zone over here, we want to see what this weekly candle rejecting this weekly point of interest. Then on the daily time frame, which is one time frame lower the major zone time frame, which is the daily time frame, we want to see a bullish break of structure, right? Then we can confirm that price has started a new trading range, a new bullish storyline, which is a weekly storyline. Okay, so over here you can see this bearish candle, it didn't reject this zone, right? But when it closed, after it closed, this bullish weekly candle, it rejected this zone. Then it went ahead to break this level over here, right? This lower high. So what you do is to confirm, if you don't know the HLC, how to use the OHLC, the open close levels, then you can use the daily time frame, right? Okay, so on the daily time frame, you can see that we have price breaking the structure. So after the rejection of the weekly time frame, we have a daily bullish break of structure. So this is telling you price starting a new a bullish storyline, right? So let's mark it again. We have our weekly zone over here. It's over here. Then daily, we have our bullish breakout structure. Right. Now what do? We look for entry. I get it. We look for our entry. Our entry can come from what? The higher time frame, what? Point of interest. We have what? This rejection block over here. We also have on the weekly time frame, we have another rejection block over here. And you can see that the weekly time frame is stronger than what? Than the daily time frame. That's why price came all the way to mitigate what? This weekly rejection block. Because it's this same weekly rejection block that broke bullish about what? This decisional level that we had over here. Okay, so over here, when you catch this entry over here, you are not going to exit, right? Because you know that what price has rejected a new what? A fresh weekly support, right? And we have on the daily time frame a bullish breakout structure. So if you catch this, you are targeting what? The next weekly what? Time frame, right? So over here, you can see we have a lot of what? Weekly zones. So you ask yourself, which particular zone is price going to reverse from? You don't know, right? So what you do is what? You are going to read market structure, right? And reading market structure, you see that what? We have this high over here, right? This is a high that created this low. This is a high that created this low over here, right? So if this is the high that created this low, we have what? The weekly what? Point of interest over here. We have this weekly point of interest over here. That price what? Came to mitigate as in the previous what? Storyline. We'll go over that one too, right? As the previous storyline. So you can see that we had money transferred from this what? Weekly what? Point of interest to this. So if price is coming, is moving towards, then you are going to what? To be watching this levels, right? You're not just going to close your position immediately price reach a weekly resistance. I get it. What you're going to do is to observe when price get there. You're going to observe whether price will mitigate and reject the zone. I get it. So let's use this level here as an example. Okay. All right. So over here, you can see that when price came over here, we had this rejection over here. But you have to check on the daily time frame that do you have what? A bearish breakout structure? If no, then you can continue holding your swing. If yes, then you can start taking what? Some percentage of. Are you getting it? Okay. So over here you can see on the daily time frame, this is a weekly what? A weekly rejection, a weekly point of interest. But on the daily, you can see we don't have any daily breakout structure. That's why price continued to push higher, right? Okay, let's have another example. Okay. So over here too, right? If you check, always check your left hand side. On your left hand side, what do you see? You can see we have this weekly what? Rejection block or weekly point of interest. You can see this what? A weekly what? Rejection block. Or you can just mark this over here. Okay, so what did I say? I said we want to see what? Weekly, rejecting weekly. Then on the daily time frame, want to see price what breaking structure, right? Okay, so right now you can see weekly what rejected this over here. What happened? We have what? We have a bullish break of structure over here. I've already explained this. If you check the daily time frame, you can see we have what? This bullish break of structure. So what do? We start looking for our entry points over here. I get it. So if you catch this buy over here, what are you going to do? I'm just going to swing it and wait till what price gets to what the next weekly point of interest. You can see we have this weekly point of interest. We have this as well. We don't know which one price is going to respect, right? So what we are going to do is to wait when price get there. Should give us what the rejection. You can see we have this rejection over here, right? So only the rejection is not enough to confirm what's a storyline. You understand? We have this rejection over here. We need what? A break of structure on what? On a time frame lower. And this time frame is daily. And the daily time frame, you can see we don't have any bearish break of structure, right? And so continue what? We continue our buy until what? Price gives us what? A bearish break, right? So over here is our weekly our next weekly point of interest, right? So you can see price came, mitigated what? So weekly mitigating what? Or weekly rejecting weekly. Then on the daily time frame, you can see we have what? This break of structure, right? So since we have this break of structure, we can take some percentage off, huge percentage off, and we can start what? Selling or start looking for sales.
Spicy.
Yeah.
I see here price had the breakup structure here. It's already closed below. Do you consider it to be a breakup structure on daily?
Yeah, it is. It is a breakup structure.
And then it stop on again and then breakup structure again, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, sometimes you get stop on, so it is what it is. You understand?
okay.
Yeah. Just view it in the basic aspects, right? So over here we have what? This break our price what? Stop us out. Then we had another break over here. So from here you can start what? Looking for entry from this levels over here. Okay. Yeah, any other question? Any questions so far? Okay. So if you don't have any question,
I have a question. Maybe because I joined late, I don't really capture what you're saying.
all right, I'm recording it. I'm recording it. So when you're done, you can rewatch it.
Okay, thank you.
So let's move from the weekly storyline, come to the daily storyline. It's the same concept. Okay. So right now, let's assume that we have our daily zone over here, right? Right now, we want to see daily rejecting daily. Then on the 4-hour time, we want to see what? A bullish break of structure. Very cool. Okay. So over here, on the daily, you can see daily came, mitigated this. And we have what price rejecting this level. You can see this bullish candle rejecting this daily time frame over here, right? So we have something I will call the high risk entry. We have something I will call the high risk entry. right? So the high risk entry is basically when price comes into a high time frame zone, right? Or let's say a roadblock zone or an obstacle zone. What you do is to, if the zone is big, you can mark it, refine it to maybe if we have this daily over here, you don't want to miss maybe the first entry or something like that, right? Okay, what you are going to do is to refine this daily zone. So let's say a smaller time frame zone, and you are going to use a smaller lot size, right? You are going to use a smaller lot size so that you can use maybe 40 or 30 pips, maximum stop loss depending on the stop loss that you want to use, right? That's the high risk mode. So what they do is they use smaller lot size, then you see them catching these moves, right? Might be thinking maybe they use a bigger lot, their certain price is going to reverse here. No, they are risking very low position over there. Then with a confirmed entry, that's where they can use what the bigger lot size. Okay. So on the daily, we have daily rejecting daily. We want a break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, you can see we have this break of structure, multiple break of structures over here. So this confirmed price wants to push higher, right? So you can see price coming into this zone. Then it started to push higher, right? So any pullback, you just enter buys. Any pullback, you just enter buys. Okay, until the next daily level again, which is this. You can see this is the next daily level here. So you can see we have daily rejecting daily, but on 4-hour we don't have any break of structure. You can see 4-hour, break of structure. So you continue buying. Okay, we have bullish break. Price came back to the decisional level. You take another buy entry. Okay, so you keep buying until maybe another next daily zone again, right? So if you check here, so you have this daily zone here again, right? Daily rejecting daily. Price can wick over it. It doesn't matter if it's closed below it. That is it, right? So we have price rejecting here. You can see it's closed below this SNR level. So that is it. But we need a lower time frame, which is a time frame lower than the daily, one time frame lower, which is the 4-hour. We want to see bearish break of structure. You can see we don't have any bearish break of structure. So price continued moving high again. Okay. So let's check gold. Right.
Bro.
Yeah.
I think we had a H4 breakup structure right there. This area. Could you go to H4? I think we have a break structure. Yeah, I see it right here. It's a break structure.
You're talking of this?
Yeah.
Okay, but I really want to see an impulsive break of structure, not this one candle structures. I get it. I want to see an impulsive break of structure. You get it? It is a complex break, not an impulsive break.
So that means we can sell here, right? We can sell in this area.
If, listen, right now on the daily time frame, we have what this is the zone that we have over here. Right, from this level to this level. All we want to do is what? Is to see if we have a new storyline. We are not really interested in getting what? A quick entry, because we don't know we are in a bullish storyline from here, right? So this can be what? A start of a new what? Bearish storyline, or what? Just a roadblock for continuation, right? So we want price to close what? Below a price to first reject it on this daily time frame, which you can see we have multiple rejections over here. But on the lower time frame, which is 4 hour, we want to see what? A break of structure. Something like this. We want to see price taking out the high and breaking the structure on the 4 hour time frame. Right. If you take a direct entry on the daily, where are you going to put your stop loss? You can see it's a huge zone on its own. You can see price also took out this high over here, the zone. But what? It closed below it. You understand?
It closed, literally close below it.
Yeah. So in this is the zone that we have marked from this high to this low. This is our daily zone. But you can see on this day, right? You can see price was bullish, right? Price was bullish. So you can't be selling whilst price is bullish. You have to wait for what? A confirmation, because this is a daily what? Zone from this level to this level, which you can see price what? Later on close what? Inside this zone, right? Price close inside this zone. That's why we had what? We had this sell